All right, good morning to everyone, and we are welcoming to you on this beautiful Friday. We have Dr. Munné with us, excited to get and to dive in into new frontiers on this new year 2026. And I just want to mention that we are continuing the session on oral hygiene, and we're specifically talking about flossing. Good morning.
Yes, thank you. Good morning, everyone. Thank you again for tuning in on this Friday morning, a beautiful day again. And I want to continue on this very important topic of oral hygiene. We discussed last week the brushing technique, and I encourage the ones that were not able to see our video last week to go to our YouTube channel. Please refer to the oral hygiene video and learn how to proper brush your teeth. That's gonna set you up, for success, and it's gonna help you maintain your beautiful teeth because our smile is the entrance, definitely, and it has a lot to do with facial aesthetics. So there's a lot of things that we want to make sure, right, that we as females, I know that a lot of us want to take care of our skin
That's
and
right.
makeup and hair. But let me tell you that nothing's going to do a bigger impact than having a beautiful smile and having your teeth fixed if you need to have them fixed. If you already have a beautiful smile, then let's make sure we keep it. So, besides the oral hygiene that we discussed last week, the brushing technique, we have to brush also in between the teeth. So when we brush with tooth brush, either manual or electric, we're going to basically brush the front and the internal part of the teeth. But
Yes.
our teeth have four sides, right? So if you look at a tooth, it has like the front, the back, and then the sides. So those sides have to be clean, and that's where we usually have most of our dental disease. If it's decay, it usually affects the area in between the teeth. That's why your dentist wants to take X-rays because those areas of decay sometimes they're not seen,
Mm.
with the naked eye because the top part of the tooth has not been perforated yet,
Yeah.
so we cannot see that there's like a hole starting in between your teeth. So that's why your X-rays are going to be really important. But also, we want to make sure that we identify, any periodontal disease and we prevent it because most of the pockets in periodontal disease also happen in between the teeth. So I think that we're going to have to, as 2026, make it a goal to emphasize the cleaning in between the teeth. That's why today's lecture is going to be so important. So I'm going to talk about flossing as one of the means that we have to clean in between the teeth. Flossing has been, the thing that everybody avoids. It
Yeah,
seems like
that's right.
nobody likes to floss.
We push it to later, right?
Yes,
Sometimes.
but I do have good news for you. So I want, first of all, for you to learn how to use the floss properly because there's a lot of misconceptions and also a lot has been going around that has not being correct. And I want to make sure you get the right information so you can be successful. So I'm going to start with the flossing, and I'm going to show you that you don't need to have a very long piece of floss, but just enough so you can wrap it around your fingers. You can wrap it on your index finger or you can wrap it on your middle finger. Some people prefer one, the other doesn't matter. But if you wrap it, I like to wrap it on my index because then with my index and the thumb, I actually can manipulate the floss better and have better hold of it. And then you can go ahead and move the floss around as you're cleaning your teeth. But the proper way of using the floss is going to be to go through the contact on a back and forth motion.
Hmm.
So we have our teeth that have a contact point, and that contact point is going to be, some patients is very tight. So it's hard to get to the contact point. So if you just go and just push, once you release that, get through the contact, that's going to, carry a lot of pressure that you were using to get that floss through the contact, and that can actually cut your gum. There's a lot of patients that come for recession, and one of the reasons of their gum recession is the floss cuts. Cutting the gum regularly is going to cause your gum to recede, and we don't want that. So we want to make sure that you thorough clean your teeth, but not damage your gums. So you're going to get through the contact on a back and forth motion. That way, if your contacts are tight, once you get through it, your motion and your force is going to be directed horizontally. So that will prevent you cutting your gums. Now, another thing is that we're going to place a video right now so you can see it better. We're going to show you a video of the incorrect way of flossing, which unfortunately I see that sometimes is being taught like that, and there's like a misconception, even sometimes in among professionals. But the correct flossing technique. Are we able to move the video up?
We are going, do you want us to show the
video right
okay,
now?
now we're
Yes.
showing the video. For those who are tuning in on TikTok, do not forget to visit Anna M. Munné DDS on YouTube. That's where we're showing actually the video of the wrong and the right way of flossing. Just giving you a quick tip there.
Okay. So for those, so this would be actually the incorrect of flossing. So see, we're going through, and then once we go into one side, see that actually the floss is going back and forth.
It's
That
like
actually
cutting.
doesn't do anything. And it can, if you drive the floss high, that shows like the flossing cuts. So we're gonna do it again, and see, going sideways, that is incorrect. You should not floss going sideways. And that shows again the floss. And now we're gonna place the correct
Now we're
way.
going to the correct one.
So we're gonna remove this video. We're gonna close this. I think it's still the wrong one. This is the correct. So the correct, once you get to the contact, you place the floss against one tooth, and you're gonna go up and down. So the floss is gonna go up and down. So we're gonna see it again, get through the contact, and then go up and down. So through the contact is sideways, but then up and down. And of course, you're gonna wrap the floss around the tooth on a C way, so you're not cutting the gum. You don't want to drive the floss up. You want to make sure you go sideways so the gum does not have a floss cut. You're supposed to do that about 15 to 20 times on each tooth, side by side. So it takes a while to floss.
It takes a while.
So very nice. So I hope that you can see it, and you can go back to YouTube and get that floss from over there.
Thank you guys for all who are, excuse me, doctor. Thank you for everyone who's connecting right now. Just want to take time to tell Benitez, Vasquez, everyone who's joined, please let us know where you're connecting. Benitez, Jorge, thank you guys for being here with us. We try to make it every Friday in the morning. We squeeze some time, and Dr. Munné makes some time for you. But thank you so much, Jose, all of that, Chapela, Lorden. Let us know where you're connecting, where you're actually watching. And thank you so much, Dr. Munné.
Yes, so here we go. Now I want to give you a plan B. So if flossing is not your cup of tea, which a lot of people, they don't like flossing, you have to put your fingers in your mouth, and you get, it's all messy. But now we have other solutions. So there are some brushes, they're called interdental brushes or proxy brushes. They're really tiny brushes that go in between your teeth. This is actually a long handle, but you can find them in the pharmacy, online. You can buy them, and they're actually shorter. They have a little cap. They're called the travel size, and you can keep those in your pocket. You can carry them in your purse, leave them in your car, in your office. So you could have multiple, and you can buy like big packages very inexpensively online, different places, and different sizes as well. So we all have different teeth. Some of us have very tight spaces. Some people have some bone loss recession and maybe have bigger spaces. You need to find the size that fits your space. The correct way of using it is going to be successful when the brush really touches both sides of the space. That means that if you have a very tight space, your brush is going to have to be very tiny and very thin. But if you have a big space, you're going to need a larger brush. The smaller brush is not going to do anything. But you can, and there's videos also online on how to use that, but that will go in between your teeth and you can go in and out and brush. If you have a big space, you're supposed to go up and down because they're going to have a lot of tooth, right, that is exposed. So you're going to need to do that going in and out 15 times. And you have to do the same thing coming from inside the mouth. So you will that as well coming from inside the mouth. And then you clean like that. You should do that in all your spaces. And because not every space is going to be the same size, you probably are going to need to use different size brushes. But those are very nice to use. It's going to fill your gums really good. I love myself to use them. And I think that you might do too. And it's not going to be as difficult as flossing. So, try to get some handle on those interdental brushes. And I think you're going to be really successful. But you have to spend time. You need to spend time doing it. It's important. It's going to be, money that you save in the dental office is time well spent. And another thing that I want to bring to you would be like the interdental, I don't want to name any brands, but there's some interdental electric, it uses air and water, like an air floss kind of thing. That I think that those are helpful, but you will still need to use either the floss or the proxy brush. So those other mechanic ways of flossing, they're helpful, but I don't think that they can take care of 100% of the plaque removal in between the teeth. But they feel good. They're going to be good for your, having good breath. But you will need to use them in combination. And I hope that today this lesson was successful. If you have any questions, do not hesitate and start practicing, because oral health is very important and that's going to make you pretty, healthy, feel good. What else, right?
Thank you, Dr. Munné, and thank you guys for tuning in. All of them are making comments about drinking Dr. Pepper and everything. And you guys just share every comment you have in mind and everything in this area where we talk a lot about health. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Don't forget to sign on our channels and follow us and like us if you like this content, so we can keep having Dr. Munné producing more interesting content for you. We are on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. All our content is there almost every week. And if we don't have new content every week, we'll try to give you content on snippets, on short videos, also on YouTube. So also, if you want to contact us, don't forget to visit our website, Healthy Gums 4, a number 4, all, for all your questions. And we'll see you next time. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you soon. Thank you, Doc.